the first GOP debate was last night, here are the top 5 moments that you might have missed. Number 1, Christie blasts Vivek Ramaswamy over sounding like ChatGPT. When Christie wasn't getting booed last night, he was insulting Vivek over sounding like a robot. This is after Vivek started off the night by quoting Obama from the 2004 convention.
Hold on. Listen. Hold on.
I've had enough already tonight of a guy who sounds like ChatGPT standing up here. And the last person in one of these debates, Brett, who stood in the middle of the stage and said, "What's a skinny guy with an odd last name doing up here?" was Barack Obama, and I'm afraid we're dealing with the same type of amateur standing on stage tonight.
Come on, give me a hug. Give me a hug just like you did to Obama.
Same type of amateur.
And you'll help elect me just like you did to Obama, too. Give me that
same type.
Some people are arguing that Vivek is similar to a game show host, saying that he's phony and can turn on and off the charm. Do you think that he hoped nobody noticed the similar phrasing, or was this a tactic to get his name in the news even more than it already was? Number 2, Vivek Ramaswamy has a climate change moment. After a question about what the candidates plan to do about climate change, Vivek kind of had a Kanye West stealing the mic from Taylor Swift moment and said, hold up. I'm the only one who's not bought and paid for here. And by the way, climate change is a hoax.
No, I didn't raise a hand. Let us be honest as Republicans. I'm the only person on the stage who isn't bought and paid for, so I can say this. The climate change agenda is a hoax. The climate change agenda is a hoax. And we have to declare independence for it. And the reality is, the anti-carbon agenda is the wet blanket on our economy.
Number 3, Nikki Haley gets a little feisty over foreign policy. There was this exchange that definitely went viral where Nikki Haley kind of stands up for herself for like the first time the entire night, arguing that Vivek has no foreign policy experience.
So the reality is, America less safe. You have no foreign policy experience, and it shows.
And you know what? The foreign policy experience that you all have shows in the pointless wars we've gotten into.
Number 4, Mike Pence, who, yes, is actually on stage, but we didn't really hear much from, has a shining moment about January 6th. But it doesn't take too long before Ron DeSantis steps in and takes command.
I think the American people deserve to know whether everyone on this stage agrees that I kept my oath to the Constitution that day. There's no more important duty. So answer the question.
I've answered this before.
So yes.
Why are we? Mike did his duty. I got no beef with him. But here's the thing: is this what we're going to be focusing on?
I'm relieved.
Going forward, the rehashing of this. I'll tell you,
Governor
the
DeSantis,
Democrats would love that, and they will win if we let them get away with it. I'm not letting Biden hang out in the basement this time. We're going to run him ragged around this country, and we're going to hold him accountable.
And number 5, of course, a question about President Trump. In true GOP fashion, it wouldn't be a Republican debate without President Trump being the center of attention. In fact, all of the candidates were asked if they would still support President Trump in the general election if he was convicted on these legal crimes. It was funny to watch the candidates all kind of squirm and look around to see how they should react to this question. But one candidate in particular didn't have any trouble immediately raising his hand.
If former President Trump is convicted in a court of law, would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.
So what were some of your favorite moments from the debate last night? Who do you think came out on top? And who was the biggest loser?